Hi everyone, welcome back to Quarantine Kitchen by Destination Sturgeon Bay. My name is Carly and today we're going to be making a lemon garlic pasta with grilled chicken and asparagus. This recipe is perfect for springtime just as the weather starts to warm up. So let's get started. So this recipe serving size is for 2 people. You can certainly double it if you need to, but we're just going to do 2 servings today. So we're going to start with 1 large chicken breast. And what we're going to do is we're just going to cut it in half down the middle, just like this. And then once we have our 2 halves, then we are going to place them in a Ziploc bag, and we're going to pound them so that they're both at an even thickness. Okay, so once we've pounded out our chicken, we are going to put it in a bag filled with marinade. The marinade's super easy. It's just olive oil, lemon juice, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and dried thyme. So we're going to put our chicken breasts in a bag or a bowl, whichever you prefer. Drop those in there, and then we're going to refrigerate for an hour. Okay, so my chicken has been marinating for approximately an hour, so we are going to get ready to put this on the grill. While everything was marinating, I did trim my asparagus stalks. I have about 15 to 20 depending on the size. We are going to be cutting these up, so it's just up to you. These are thinner asparagus stalks, so I did about 20 of them in here. So I placed them on the tin foil. I seasoned them with salt, pepper, and some olive oil, tossed it around, and then I folded up the sides of the tin foil and created this little boat. We're going to set this on top of the grill so it'll be easier to cook. Before we put all of that on the grill, I am going to get started with my pasta. So I have a pot over here with some water. We're going to bring that to a boil, season the water with some salt, and then drop our pasta in. After the pasta was on the stove, I ran outside to begin grilling the chicken and asparagus. The chicken should cook first 5 to 7 minutes on each side, or until the internal temperature reaches 165 degrees. I cooked the asparagus for roughly 5 minutes and it was tender but still had some bite to it. Okay, so my pasta is done. My chicken and asparagus are off the grill. I'm going to let my chicken rest for about 5 minutes just to let all the juices soak back into it. And while that chicken rests, we are going to make our sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a pan over medium heat. I'm going to take 4 tablespoons of butter, drop that in, and then I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, so once our butter has melted, we are going to reduce our heat to low, and then we're going to add in our garlic. So this recipe calls for 10 cloves of garlic, so I'm just going to use the minced out of the jar, which will work perfectly fine, and that's 5 teaspoons in there. So that's 5 teaspoons. Our garlic is cooking really nicely with the butter and the olive oil. So what I'm going to do next is add the juice of 1 lemon. And then I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of pasta water. I had saved this pasta water before I drained the pasta. Alright, we're going to let this simmer for just about 30 seconds or so. Alrighty. From there, we're going to add in our pasta. And then we are going to toss. And then add the cooked asparagus. I did chop the asparagus into bite-sized pieces, but you can leave the stalks whole if you prefer. After the asparagus, pasta, and sauce were all mixed together, I seasoned with salt and pepper and added 1/2 cup of parmesan cheese. I did one final mix to let the cheese melt, and then it was time to plate. I plated 2 bowls of pasta and topped with the grilled chicken and more cheese. Then it was time to taste. I twirled my fork and did a little happy dance because this meal was so, so good. I can't wait for you all to try it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, visit sturgeonbay.net for more information on all things Sturgeon Bay.